Hey guys, welcome back to Games Mods. We are back with the Longshot Pro from X-Shot. Now we're going to be opening this, see how it works, and then we will see what we can do to improve it. Because right now it hits about 130-ish, 135 on average with short darts as well as full lengths. But I think we can push it a little bit further. So there's 30 screws in this blaster. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the foregrip here, 7 in the actual main grip, 4 up here in the top rail, I believe 7 in the actual body, and then like another 6 in the stock. So yeah, 30 altogether. So the first thing that we will do is we will take the scar out because we don't need that. We'll take these guys off because we don't need them. And then we are left with the actual blaster. So I will go ahead and take all the screws out real quick, and then I'll be back when it's ready to be open. All right, guys, so we are inside the Longshot now from X-Shot. So the blaster comes apart in several pieces, and there are 3 hidden screws first off. So I want to point those out here. Here's the other main part of the shell. So underneath the stock part, you do have 1, 2, and 3 hidden screws. So just make sure you take those out before you pry it off. This blaster comes apart, I believe, in 4 pieces. So you have the main body here, of course. The grip comes off like that. It just fits in there like so. You have the foregrip, of course, which is right here. You have a little rolly thing, so don't lose that. And you have the stock part right here, which fits right there. Other than that, once you get it to this, you're pretty okay to look inside and mod it if you want. Just if you move it around, make sure you have one hand underneath right about this section, and then the other hand right up at the front, because when I lifted it here, like right here underneath. There's 2 pins here, these gray pins. They will become loose once you unscrew everything. So just make sure you put your hand underneath those, because those dropped out when I lifted it and I was like, what was that? And I saw them on the ground. I was like, oh, okay. So I threw those back in. Now, there's a few things I want to do today, and I may go in later and do some more stuff, depending if I can find the right parts. But for today, I want to take out the ratcheting system, which is up here, because that's annoying. I have a barrel here. I believe this is a leftover Caliburn or Talon Claw barrel from out of darts. This is about 14 inches. The one that's in here looks like it may be, what is that? Where's my team? Do I have some? No, of course not. But that ends there, that's probably 12 or 11 inches in there. So a little bit more, just so I can put something on the end of it, which would be a little bit nicer. And then I want to switch out the spring, because I hear a K25 can go on that beast. So that's the plan for today. So first off, let's take out the ratcheting system, which I believe is just this piece. Should just be able to lift out. Oh no, it's on there. See, do I have to snip that apart? Because as you can see, it's this main piece here, this rod. This is encompassed around it. So that may be a problem. I might have to cut that. Let me check one thing. All right, guys. So I figured it out. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna snip this out, because that's the only way to get rid of it. Because there's no other way, because this is all connected. It's basically all one piece. I don't want to try to take that apart, and that's all, it's not going to fit over that. So you're just going to snip it out. So I'm going to do one here, one down here, just to make it easier. I'm going to hold on to that so it doesn't go into the blaster. And then I should be able to hopefully just pull that out there. Like so. Come on. There we go. So there you go. It's out. Done. So the ratcheting system's gone. Next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take this apart somehow. So let's see, to do that, I'm going to take this front piece off, I'm guessing. Wiggle that off. Yeah, so this is your whole thing right here. So not too shabby. Let's see, how do we take this apart? I'm guessing just that screw up there. Let me get my handy dandy screwdriver. Where is it? That's one of them, not the one I need though. Use this one. Oh, too big. This one. Take that screw out. Now, if you notice, when I popped that screw out, it went forward a little bit just because of the retention, I'm guessing. So slide that out just like so. And there you go. You can take out the spring. And hopefully the barrel as well. Just like that. Well, my problem is, oh, that one's a little bit longer, but not by much. We'll see if it's enough. Now this thing is lubed up to the gills. I'm wondering if I should do that to the, probably the same. It is the same diameter, so that's good to know. At least yeah, it's the same diameter. Yeah, let's see here. This side is a little bit chamfered, so we're gonna put that in that way. Let me find, let's find some lubricant. We'll lube that guy up. All right, found some silicone lubricant here. Open that up. Put it all over this guy. Just gonna run that all over. That is very slippery now. And it's all over my hands. Let's see, which side? This side. Going just like that. I'm gonna go wipe my hands off real quick. Alright guys, cleaned off my hands. So I also found a piece of K25 that's a little bit longer, but we will cut it to size. So let's see here. So about there. Now, yeah, it's the same diameter. Fancy that. So we will go ahead and cut this really quick while we're in here. I'm gonna put on some glasses real quick because I do not want that thing going in my eyes, because that would hurt a lot. All right, so let's see here. We're gonna measure it right about. Right about there. There we go. Hopefully that's enough. Take that little one, just toss it, because that's not going to go in anything. I'm going to file this, because that is very sharp. And it would not be good inside of a plastic tube sharp. That's a little bit better. And then we will bend it into itself. I don't really want it hanging out. K25 and K26, it's always so difficult to do this. I'm gonna let that sit for a bit. I'm gonna let that spring sit for a little bit, and then I'll be back in a second for you guys to put everything back together, and we'll see what where we go from there. All right, guys. So for you, it was about 1 second. For me, it was about 30-40 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and undo the spring, and then we'll put it into the blaster. Now, I'm going to tell you what, so that's a little bit flour, but not too bad. The stock barrel is 13.5 inches long. If you want to extend the barrel, like get a longer one, I would suggest 16 or more. Because the one that's in here right now is only 14, and it doesn't even make it past the front. So 16 might give you a little more, 18 will probably give you, you know, another 4 inches, so about that much, depending on what you want to do with it. I will be ordering a longer barrel for this just because, but let's go ahead and put the K25 spring on like that, and then this goes into here. I'm gonna put this right back to where it was. I'm gonna pull up that screw and put it right back into where it was, if I can. There you go, sits in like that. Screw that screw back in. Oh, it's really slippery. There we go. Make sure it's all the way on there before you do that, or else you're not going to get anywhere. Alright, so that's back on there. Everything's back in its place, it looks like. Looks good. You can put the front piece back on. Just lift this part up. Put this down over those two pegs. Wait, which way to go? Just like that. Actually, I gotta put the barrel through this first. Ah, that's why it's only so long. So there's an inner diameter, so I'm going to carve that out just a little bit with my Dremel, just so I can get this guy through, because even if I get a long barrel, I'm going to have the same issue. Yeah, because that's not going to go through enough for me to push that in there like so. Will it? No. Yeah, so I'm gonna carve that out real quick. Let's see here. Don't need a sanding bit. Need a carving bit, which is this guy. And we'll put the power on like so. Sorry about your ears for a second. All right, I think we got that. Trying to get all the extra gunk out of there. And hopefully that's enough to where this will go on now. Maybe not. A little bit more. Pardon the noise again. One more time for good measure. All right, I think we're good, hopefully. Let's see here. There we go. And this should go right on there, just like that. And there we go. Cool. Now, see, we took the ratcheting out, put the K25 on, which fits perfectly on there. A little bit longer barrel, but we still need a longer barrel. Before we put it back together, I am going to do one extra thing. I am going to take out the safety because we don't need it. It should just come out just like that. So those are the two pieces that you're going to leave out of the blaster, and we should be good from there. So I'm going to go ahead and close this up, and I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, so as you can see, I put it back together. The only thing that I did different when I put it back together is instead of putting this in, I just used one of the out of darts scars. Worker scars, so I can put something on the end, fancy like. So let's go to the chronograph and see what kind of numbers we get now. Now we switched out the stock spring with a K25 when we took out the ratcheting system. I will let you hear and deprime it. You won't hear the ratcheting system anymore, which is very nice. So it is a stiffer prime. Very nice. So yeah, let's take it to the door and see what kind of numbers we get. All right, guys, here we are at the door with the now modified Longshot with the K25 in it. I loaded up 15 darts in the mag here. The first 5 are the Gen 3 pluses. The 5 below that are the Dart Zone Bamboo 2.0s, and then below that are the Worker Mod bamboo darts, the red ones. So let's see what kind of shots we get with these. Hopefully better. If you remember, the original FPS of this blaster was, I think, around 130 to 140, so about 135 average. So let's see what we get with the K25 in it. 199, 195, 183, 200. 212, 246, 248, 238. I'm believing we're in the Dart Zone Bamboo 2.0 darts now. 255, 241. 221, so I'm gonna guess these are the Worker Mod bamboo darts. 223, 216, 213, 225. And I do believe we are out. So, yeah, so if I saw that correctly, that was about 200 FPS average with the Gen 3 Plus darts. about 240 to 250 average with the Dart Zone Bamboo 2.0 darts, and about 220-ish average with the Worker Mod Bamboo darts. So big improvement. Yeah, if you have one of these blasters, mod it with K25 like I just did. Now over time it may wear down the blaster, but hey, they're $30 and a little bit of spring, like $5 in spring, and a little drum lane for a longer barrel if you want. You know, go ahead and get one. Also, I will be leaving a link down below for the blaster because it is now on Target.com's website. So go and get you one, get you two, get you three. I don't care how many you get, but get at least one and modify it like I did. I can't say anything bad about this blaster now because it is delivering the hits. So yeah, other than that, guys, we're about, I think, like 10 or 12 away from 1,500 subs. I can't wait to give away a unicorn, so let's make it happen. Leave a comment down below if you like what you saw. I know I did. But other than that, please like, share, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff that YouTube makes you do to follow me in my journey in the nerfing world here. Other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next video. All right? Bye.